Hello everyone. I received another query through my recent Ask Me a Question campaign I introduced on LinkedIn. And this time, this is for a career guidance. I received a query from a sales executive with 4 years of experience looking for a career transition in the IT audit. So he says, I want to get into the IT audit domain, but I don't have an IT operations experience. I'm into IT sales. So can I get a job in the IT audit domain after I pass ISO 27001 lead auditor exam? So this is a tricky situation because again, I don't have much of your background except the understanding that you are into IT sales domain from the past 4 years, and probably you have the complete experience of 4 years only. So we need to, but I'm answering this from more a generic perspective because this might help you and the other people also, like similar to you, who are looking for a transition into ISO 27001 or IT audit, right? ITGC audits. So basically, as an auditor, you don't have to deliver any of the, you don't have to configure any of the controls by yourself, right? So even if you don't understand how a particular platform, for example, if we talk about the patch management, if you don't understand how to configure the patch management system, right, how to package those the patches and how to release those patches into the organization, right, onto the IT infrastructure, it is okay. But you need to understand what for the patch management is and what are the right questions to ask to conduct the evaluation, to evaluate the how effectively this patch management process is working, and what are the best practices, right? Means if you are talking to an IT guy and asking the question about understanding how they are doing the patching, and you should be able to evaluate their design of the control is correct, their implementation of the control is correct, and their control is working effectively. This much understanding you need to have to be able to conduct an audit. If you are totally new to the IT domain, if you don't have the understanding of the complete infrastructure and the complete 93 controls of ISO standard, right, which forms the complete the set of controls that you probably need to look into while doing these audits. So you need to have that complete understanding of the entire landscape of the controls to be able to contribute to the as an audit team member as well. So initially, because people will not give you the chance to do any audit independently, you will be working as a part of the team member. But as a team member also, anybody, any manager, any lead auditor would require you to contribute positively, right? Not only, you are not only there for the learning, right? So you need to understand. If you don't even understand the controls, you're learning the controls on the job, that will be very difficult, right? So you need to understand the controls. You should be able to take up the smaller assignments, right, as a part of the audit team, and then you can progress towards the progressing as a lead auditor, right? So but in the entire situation, right, if you don't have the understanding of the IT operates, how the IT operates, and not only IT, because this ITGC audits and the ISO 27001 standard not only talks about the IT controls, they also have the people control, physical controls, physical security controls, and procurement, supply chain, all that stuff as well. So you need to have the complete understanding. So if you have that understanding, then you can go for the certification program and you can get certified and look for the any opening where you can be like you can get a job. If you don't have that understanding, you need to build that understanding. There are a lot of resources available on YouTube and other open platforms that you can start learning about the controls. Or maybe if you are very new, you know nothing, then you can look at the ISO 27002 standard, right, which describes what are the best practices to implement Annex A of the ISO 27001 standard, right? So if that, and that's basically a standard you need to pay for. If you don't want to, you just want to evaluate yourself without making any, without basically buying a standard or something, then you can go for the NIST standard as well. And NIST SP 853 you can download, that is free, and you can refer to the controls given there, because at the end all these standards are referring to the same thing. right? So they are, controls are same, the intensity is different, right? And their recommendations are different, right? So even if you want to learn about the controls, you can learn from NIST standard as well. So go through this and understand, try to understand, like these days AI is also available, and you can feed that document to the AI, and you can also learn and interact with the AI as well if you have any questions. So build that understanding of the controls that you need to audit as a part of this job, and then you go for the certification program, and then only you can look for transitioning into this role. And without having the good understanding of the controls, how to design the controls, what are the best practices, and how to evaluate those controls, it will be difficult for you to get a or secure a job. And maybe you may get a job through a recommendation, but it will be difficult for you to perform on the job, right? So my recommendation is learn the basics, then go for the certification exam, then look for the job, right? So and I hope this is useful. And so I know, like, this may be like not a convenient answer for you, but this is how it is, right? So we cannot change the situation, we cannot change the industry, and we cannot change the expectations of your employers, right? So you have to meet the expectations to be able to secure the job. So I hope this was meaningful, this was useful, and you get the right understanding of how you have to proceed further. And thank you so much for watching. If you have further questions, again, feel free to ask me a question. Thank you.